So when you got to understand, when you at a point where you're making $200,000+ a year, there are certain things in your life that have to change in order for you to hit those numbers, right? There are certain ways that you speak. There are certain ways that you carry yourself. There are certain ways that you set things up. There's certain ways that you talk to people, right? You know, I can have calls with multimillionaires, or I can sit down and have lunches and dinners with multimillionaires, and the conversation is smooth, right? Because of the work that I put in to build myself to get to this level, right? And the reason that I'm really harping on the $200,000 mark, because believe it or not, the moment I've ever stepped foot outside of college and started working, you gotta understand, I played ball growing up. My parents I never worked at McDonald's. I never worked at Taco Bell. My parents never wanted me to work, right? So my first job was at the college. And that's when I actually was running a painting company. I was a franchise owner, or franchisee, whatever you want to call it, for College Pro Painters. And I've never, and you can look me up if you want to, and if I did, I bounced back. I've never made less than $100,000 ever in my career straight out of college, right? That's how come I know that the mark to really be ready to invest and really to make moves in this world is not 100K. The mark is really 200K. And I know that's really contrary to what you believe in. And there's some millionaires that's saying 200K, that's it. Nah, bro, you need to be making 300K for your mind to change and shift, right? And if you want to break that down like a monthly number, that's gonna be like roughly 17 grand a month. You know what I mean? I like to estimate on the higher side. You know what I mean? Some people be like, oh no, that's 16. That's 17 grand a month. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? If you really wanted 240, be 20 grand a month. You know what I mean? But until you get to the point where you can pull in 17 bands a month or 20 bands a month, in my honest opinion, that is the number that you need to be at before you start investing. In my honest opinion, just by pattern recognition. I see people who make less than $200,000 a month. I see how they invest. I see people that make over $200,000 a month. I see how they invest. And the best deals that I usually see is the people making over $200,000 a month. And I'm just gonna keep it real. One thing about me, if I ever make a video or anything like that, you can ask the people that know me, I'm gonna keep it as real as I possibly can. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna shoot you straight. I ain't gonna BS, I ain't gonna play with you, I ain't gonna do none of that. I'm gonna shoot you straight. So back to the topic at hand. So, you know, how do you make, you know what I mean? What's the secret to making millions in real estate? You know what I mean? And how can hard money loans take you to the top? Well, I just told you one secret. The number one secret is get yourself in a position where you're making over $200,000 a year, right? Me personally, I believe, this is just me personally, I believe you shouldn't even be looking at an investment until you figure out how to make $200,000 a year. That's just me personally. You know what I mean? And if you want to invest in something, I would say you should invest in yourself until you hit the $200,000 mark, right? That's education, that's marketing skills, that's sales skills. Those are the two most important skills that you need to know when it comes to making $200,000 a year, in my opinion, right?